Hello, everybody, and welcome. Ooh, I'm really close to you. Hold on, let me move away. That was scary for you. Sorry. Welcome to our beautiful full blue moon ritual honoring my tradition and my lineage, which is ancient Minoa. I'm so excited to be with you tonight. We have big magic on the agenda tonight. I'm going to teach you a trick tonight. Do you like tricks? A magic trick. Are you ready? Okay. So we're talking about transformation and shape-shifting tonight. We're talking about becoming something other than you are. Isn't that an interesting concept? You know, most people, I think they get to a certain age, whether it's 30 or 40 or 50, and they kind of accept this is who I am. If I'm not healthy, I've probably never been healthy. If I'm overweight, I've probably always been overweight. If I don't have good finances, I probably always have struggled. And at some point, people sort of go, this is how it's going to be. Except I don't. I think in every moment you can choose a completely different reality and actually morph into it in ways that would shock you. In other words, if you set an intention tonight to shapeshift physically, spiritually, emotionally, or mentally, the door is kind of wide open for you to become something other than you are right now. I've had clients who have done the exercise we're going to do tonight and slipped into a different energy stream with very serious diseases just disappearing. I've had clients who slipped into an energy stream like this and decided to move into an athletic energy stream. This might sound funny to you, but clients who've never really moved that much, want to change their lives and want to become more athletic, slip into an athletic energy stream and all of a sudden find themselves running miles. And they've never run. I mean, with ease, okay? You kind of have to decide who and what it is you want to be. I really think if people understood what they can create with their thoughts, this would be a very different world. Truly. Even the president of the United States is an example of that. He believed he could, and guess what? I'm not talking about politics tonight. I'm just telling you, people understand how energy streams work. And if you think it's not real, come on. We've seen minor miracles happen in every part of our world recently, haven't we? You may not call them miracles, but they are miracles. Okay. So tonight, I want you to close your eyes right now. If you could shift into some other energy stream. Happily married. How about that energy stream? That's a weird one if you've never been happily married. I'm not suggesting it, by the way. You can be very happily unmarried. Delightfully unmarried, in fact. Perfectly healthy, free of discomfort. Immortally youthful, right? I mean, these are all things that are accessible to you, but the reason people don't manifest them is they actually don't believe it's true. They're listening to me right now and saying, that sounds really good. It's not, maybe other people can do that, but I don't have those skills. The reality is nobody has other skills than you do. What I have figured out this year, and this, I picked this up in other places. It's not really for tonight, but I'll tell you this. I really do think that at the end of the day, out of everything I've studied for the last 25, 30 years, that I've been really studying the world of metaphysics in a serious research capacity, the only thing I think really works are the Hermetic Principles. Are you guys familiar with the 7 Hermetic Principles? If you're my student, you are, because I teach them all the time. I actually really think that they are the keys to the castle. I think you can use the 7 Hermetic Principles. It's a riddle, by the way, you guys. Did you know that the Lord's Prayer is based on the 7 Hermetic Principles? If you read the Lord's Prayer and if you read the Emerald Tablet, on earth as it is in heaven, and actually that everything it says in the Lord's Prayer, including our daily bread, is actually mana, which in some traditions is the brain. It's fascinating. It actually moves through the Shishimnal channel, the Lord's Prayer, from the crown to the root. There's so much magic, you guys, that we have not unearthed. And what it shows you is all the spiritual traditions are true, and they're anchored in one truth that came before any of them. And that's where I'm trying to take you tonight. You ready to go? You know, just a gentle journey into the biggest mysteries of all time. It's like Ancient Aliens, but different hair. He's Greek, by the way. I do love him. I really do. I had a little crush on him for a while, actually. For listening, I think you're a cutie. I'm married though, so you can stay where you are. Stand down. He's cute though. Okay. So just clearing with this beautiful white sage any energies that don't serve us. Bringing your energy and your attention fully into this moment. There's nowhere else to be, nothing else to do. We have birthday children in the room. We are celebrating you today. I love my Aries. My son turns 11 tomorrow. It sure does. My Passover Easter baby. Happy Passover, by the way. My Seder is starting right now at 6 p.m. So by the time we are done, I will be an hour late to Seder. So you're going to see me literally fly across this room of people to go have my own high holiday this evening. My family is hybrid Christian Jewish, a little bit of pagan and a whole lot of other stuff. I feel like a really not good Jew tonight going an hour late to Seder, but it's what we do. We have to balance it all together. Okay. But anyway, happy Passover. Happy Easter to you. What a holy week. It's Good Friday. And so in my tradition, we talk about the rising of Christ. And we talk about this as a period of renewal and redemption. And so all of these themes are united tonight for us. Renewal, redemption. You can always become, you're always free. You're already free. You don't need me or anybody else to tell you that. And in any moment, you can choose to become something more than you are today. And it's simple as just simply choosing. And then what will happen is when you become something more, people will either align to that new energy stream and stay with you, or they won't and they'll leave you. And you're better for it. You just have to learn to really be open to the come and go of life, which is really hard. I now lose people so fast and gain people so fast I can't keep up. They just spin. Have you noticed that? Like as your vibration increases, it's just sort of like in, out, in, out, in, out, out, in, out, out. And you can't even ask why. It's almost like it happens so fast you can't even keep up with it. Just trust the process. And the other thing is some people who spin off from you will spin back. They will spin back. And sometimes with no explanation, like, hey, I'm back. And it's like, how's your vibe? You good? It was weird there for a minute. You good now? Okay. Or maybe I was weird there for a minute. Am I good now? I don't know. Okay. I have a couple things to read to you tonight. I'm very, very, very excited. So what is a blue moon? Pop quiz. Our ancestors thought this was really weird. Yeah, it's the second full moon in one cycle, right? Is the blue moon. Now, I'm going to say this briefly, and then I'm going to tell you where to go if you want to hear more of my thoughts on it. A lot of people are making meaning about the fact that we have had 2 blue moons so far this year, okay? And the fact that the world seems completely bonkers. And it's the spring equinox, and all of a sudden, a lot of us are having trouble with time, keeping track of time, being on time, living on the earth. What month is it? Are we in June yet? My name is Athena, I think. So a lot of us are having trouble sort of being in mortal space and time. This is all leading to what many are calling the event. And so if you want to hear my thoughts on the event, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole right now. I shared my thoughts on YouTube. You're welcome to go and watch it. The video link is on main page for us for Facebook, and my team will put it in the feed for you as well. Many people are saying that there's going to be a shift on our planet in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Anybody not heard about this? Just don't want to freak you out if not. Well, great. I have good students in the room. They all know what I'm talking about. They're paying attention. You should be too. Anyway, I won't belabor the point, but I do want to tell you, I'm making meaning of it too. I think that there are significant shifts happening in the energetic field. And so you can either choose to go with them, in which case this is going to be a pretty easy ride for you, and you'll come out unscathed and better for it. Or you can choose to resist it. It's going to be a real bumpy ride. And so go with the flow. Stop trying to make everything make sense. Stop trying to figure it out. Guess what? You're not figuring anything out. If you come to understand it's going to be through your heart and soul and through your higher mind, it's not going to be because you got real smart and figured out what's happening in the universe, because nobody really knows what's happening in the universe right now. And my message is don't be afraid, but definitely be open and don't take things at face value. The number one lesson of magic when I was in my own mystery school all those decades ago, do you know what the main thing they taught us was? They said, if you only take one thing away, this is what you need to know. Nothing is as it seems. Mm-hmm. Nothing is as it seems. And so if you start thinking this is what it seems to be like, you are so far off the mark and you won't make good choices for your life. So just be patient, let events unfold, don't try to control or understand anything, and trust that a higher source is leading you in every moment towards your deeper purpose. And you chose to be on this planet at this time. And I'm really glad you did, because I get to be with you. And we don't have long to change the world. So here we go. Okay. Woo. Cue siren. Thank you. About time. I have to almost blame you. I think maybe you caused that. You were like, come, siren, come. We need a break. We need an intermission. Here we go. Come, siren. We always send good energy to wherever the sirens are going. Okay. Whew. So tonight I taught you a new movement exercise. I'm going to do it with you. You can do it from where you are, or you can stand if you would prefer. So we always begin ritual in a receptive position with our hands on our knees, palms up, right? We always start this way. But I never really talked to you about how you get there. And this morning I channeled this entire process, this meditative process that I want to share with you now. And it was really interesting. My spirit guides, I'm very clairaudient. And what they said was, this was my gift from Minoa. I thought that was really beautiful. So I'm excited to show it to you. I taught my whole team. I did a video online. So if you already see it or have seen it today, then you're ready to go. May they reach their destination swiftly, and may those who are there be safe. I'm teaching you how to work with ambulances. You'll start doing this at stoplights. People will be next to you and like, what are they putting their hands on? We're making sure the ambulance gets where it needs to go in time. Okay, so bring your hands to prayer pose, to the center of your body, and then move just slightly to your heart space. We begin our ritual tonight by centering ourselves, anchoring ourselves in the center chakra, the heart chakra, the anahata. This is the free flow of love and divine compassion. Tonight, Great Spirit, we come to you humbly and ask that you anchor all of our actions, thoughts, words, and deeds in love. And bring the prayer hands to your third eye. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, which activates your pineal gland. We call in higher vision. We call in direct wisdom from source, from spirit guides. And we give thanks for all that we will see and learn and discern this evening. And bring your hands skyward, sending prayers up to source, giving thanks for your connection to God, however you name your creator. We give thanks tonight for your presence. And we extend our arms outward to give thanks to each other, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, loved ones across the four corners, those we know, those we don't know. And then bring your hands down, both palms facing up. And then extend them outward. This is your offering. So tonight, before we begin, what is your offering to Spirit? Are you going to be more disciplined in your practice? Are you going to be more mindful of your surroundings? Are you going to be more loving to people who are hard to love? Are you going to be more loving to you? You're the hardest to love sometimes, aren't you? You're going to talk more nicely to yourself. That is your offering. What can you offer to our planet tonight? Divine healing, clarity, recognition of soul path and purpose, acceptance, appreciation. Bless you. Thank you. And then bringing your hands to your heart, sending love to yourself, compassion, recognizing that you're doing the best you can in this moment with what you have, and it's enough. It's enough. More than enough, it's great. And then bringing your hands to your lips, and sending out the kiss of life, the breath of life. Sending it first in front of you, then to the sides, and then behind you to the four directions. Bringing your hands back in front of you. And then lowering your hands, extending your hands. Tonight, we ask that we receive the wisdom that you share, Great Spirit, that you make it clear for us, messages we can understand. And we give thanks in advance for all that we will receive and understand tonight as we gather with our brothers and sisters to focus on transformation, becoming more than we are today. And then gently bring your open palms to your knees, and that's where we'll begin our ritual together. So tonight I call to the spirits and guides of each person in this circle Come closer, encircle us, surround us with love, protection, wisdom, and connection this evening. As we gather to celebrate the fullness of the moon, an event that we will witness no more than 1,000 times with these eyes, may it never lose its magic for us or our kind. I call first to the direction of east. This is element of air, season of spring. We are here, thank goodness. This is you if you're Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. I call to you, air, to light and to dawn the rising of the sun above mountaintops, and the pale peach hue of the sky as it receives the first rays of morning sunlight. I invoke air and movement in my life, the exquisite flow of energy. And tonight, I pray that you teach me, air, to move with ease, to be both within and without, above and below, not bound to my circumstances, my fears, or my failures. Because just like you, I rise. And all around me as the winds shift and move, I learn the power of graceful allowance, honoring my breath and the life force within me and within you. Guardians and gatekeepers of the element of air, I see you. I summon you, and you are here holding the Eastern Gateway tonight. I call next to the direction of south, element of fire, candle flame, and you, if you're Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. To fire and to dry heats, desert winds, the sacred lands of our ancestors. The wild sagebrush and native herbs that grow wild and free, wildfires that burn untamed like the passion of lovers. And just like you, I burn. And all around me as the flames grow, I learn the power of fearless expansion. I honor the fire within, the courage of my wild spirit and yours. Guardians and gatekeepers of the element of fire, I see you, I summon you, and you are here holding the Southern Gateway tonight. I call to the direction of west, element of water, raging river, and you, if you're Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. To water and to waves that rise above me, depths that could crush me, you compose me, water, and I am you. The rivers and the oceans expand and connect us tonight, and they are our mothers. We are their children. Teach us, water, to move with the tides and to swim gracefully against the tides when we need to. Don't let us be bound, water, by a desire to seek land or shelter. Help us to learn how to just be afloat and trust. Because just like you, I float and then I swim. And all around me, as the waves rise, I learn the power of my intuition. And I see that my entire being knows how to surrender when it must. I know how to cry when the release is needed. And I honor my deepest emotions and yours tonight. Guardians and gatekeepers of the element of water, I see you, I summon you, and you are here holding the Western Gateway tonight. Last but never least, I call to direction of north, element of earth, Mother Gaia, continents and oceans moving, and you, if you're Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Earth, I call to your trees and your wilderness. I call to your animals and your creatures. I call to your expanses and your uncharted spaces, those wild and free places where all of the elements find their home. These are the places where I have lived and died and lived again, and my ancestors, their bones, have returned to you. My own bones one day with theirs, dust and life, death and growth. Earth, you hold us all. And just like you, I ground, I bury, and then I root. And all around me as I age and I learn, I trust that my roots are deep enough to support the expanse of my branches and my fruits. I see that I am capable of holding much more than I think sometimes. I know how to stand my ground, and I know how to send deep into you, Earth, the things I cannot hold. Guardians and gatekeepers of the element of earth, I see you, I summon you, and you are here holding the Northern Gateway tonight. And my wish for you, my brothers and sisters online, and those of you in the room who will watch later as well, is that the delicate and beautiful balance of these four elements will make itself known to you tonight and always. And together we say, and so it is. So good. Stay right where you are. This word is going to dive right in. Are you ready? I'm going to read to you a little bit, then we'll prepare our tools and begin the meditation. Tonight, I welcome you to Minoa. You may never have heard of Minoa before, and that's okay. But you have arrived at my father's birthplace, a land of kings, a land of magic that was swallowed whole by wind, water, and fire long ago, long before your soul carried any of its modern imprinting into your conscious awareness. That's how long ago this was. And this is a place where woman is more than mother. She is seer, priestess, alchemist, queen. And for her, the royalty are all priestesses and priests. Palaces are not fortresses. In Minoa, the palaces are not designed to keep you out. They are temples, and they are designed to draw you in. And in you must come to experience the visions, the dreams. Great cities and leaders were born and raised here. And as Crete rose from the ashes of destruction, so too can you rise from all of the misfortunes of your past. How many times were you drowned in this life? How many times did the wind knock you over, and yet you rise? And as you rise and as you soar, you find yourself walking on the shores of the Aegean Sea with a pomegranate in your hand, and your long woven dress, your pants are skimming the water near your feet. And the salt in the air is also in your hair. It's on your skin. It's in your mouth. And your hair is wild and it's untamed. This is no place to be neat. This is a wilderness. And it's a wilderness of beauty and history. There's no pretense here. You just come as you are, goddess, God. That is the source of your power. The late afternoon sun here in Minoa is beaming down on your skin, tanning your shoulders, and the air carries the scent of olives and basil and jasmine vines that surround you. You're wandering deep in thought without a specific direction in mind. You feel it, though, deep inside of your spirit tonight, that you're heading to a place of purpose and that your presence here is well intended. You know that the priestesses here used to change form at will, like human butterflies, shifting, expanding, becoming, unfolding. You wonder, is this possible for me too? And on some level, you know that yes, it is. As you move through the fields near the Aegean, whose waves crash across the rocky coastline, you faintly hear music echoing from a distance, and your footsteps become quicker as your curiosity grows. The drums get louder as you come across a cluster of giant rocks placed in sacred formation. The drum beats are louder. The sounds of the prayers become recognizable as you come closer to a sacred cave. You peer inside the entrance of this cave and see a labyrinth with torches flickering on 4 walls. The music's in harmony with the movements of the bodies inside. All of a sudden you find yourself moving too. All of you entranced, eyes large and glistening, ears perked up to the ceiling. You're ready to receive messages from the sky. The priestesses in the cave are speaking with the snakes in rhyme, dancing with them and drinking their wisdom of poetic premonition. One priestess taps you on the shoulder and directs you through the sacred cave into the center of the ritual. She doesn't say a word. And with an open heart and an open mind, you obey, you follow, and you transform into the community of legends. For here you are one of us. Welcome to Minoa. Welcome to Minoa. Okay. Are you ready? If we were actually in Minoa, we might be drinking some snake venom tonight. I don't have any for you, unfortunately. It's such a bummer. You never know with me. It would have been that much of a surprise if I was like, and now for the snake venom, and just start passing it around. You would have been like, well, it's all right. Should the kids take it? Yeah. Maybe wait till they're 18. If you could hear some of the conversations that go on in my house, they really would make you laugh. They really would make you laugh. Not going there yet. Okay, I'm lighting my metamorphosis candle because that's what we're doing tonight. Shapeshift is your perfume, my darlings.
It's delicious.
Isn't it?
Yes.
A little bit of you know what in a bottle. Okay. The Raven Sarah is the really rare essential oil in this blend, and it's a shape-shifting essential oil. So it has all of the good stuff you need. I'm going to pass my bottle around. Actually, let me just take a little bit more, and then I'll pass it around so you can experience it. And the way I anoint, by the way, just a little bit at the third eye for what I know, a little bit on my wrist for what I do, and a drop on my ankles for where I go, which also covers most of the meridians of the body. And helps the energy of the essential oils to connect to your own energetic system. And then the stones we're working with tonight, I'm primarily working with Rutilated Quartz. If you really want to know, I mean, when it comes to transformation, there's one stone. at the end of the day, which I kind of like. Don't you love that for such a big thing as transformation, there's really one good stone for it? And most of you probably have it.
Thank God.
Well, we don't always get that lucky. Picture Jasper not Picture Jasper, but leopard skin Jasper is in there because this is a really important shamanic journey stone. It helps you move dimensionally and stay safe while you go from here to there. Oralite 23 actually has 23 minerals in it. It's a master healer of all systems. And then Scheelite, which what doesn't Scheelite do? But it's mostly about freedom and expansion. And then I just want to share with you because I'm really proud. I know a lot of you saw it or have it on your products, but this art was done by my team. And this is actually an image of the 2 columns from King Minos' palace. Which my dad grew up down the street from King Minos' palace. He says it's like living near Disneyland, where you don't really think it's special because you're just kind of in Anaheim. You know, he said that today. It's like it's kind of like Disneyland, like living in Anaheim. And I was like, no, it's actually nothing like that. That's really weird. But anyway, and then this is actually not the butterflies, but the goddesses. Do you see them? This is actually a fresco that still exists, was salvaged in King Minos' palace in Crete. Isn't that beautiful? Can you believe it still stands today? The entire island was covered in ash, was buried by tsunamis and a volcanic eruption. Isn't it incredible that it survived? And does anybody know what all of the walls of the palace are made of? Any guesses? It's amazing. Selenite.
Oh.
Okay, can I tell you a really quick story and then I won't digress, but it's really important? Okay. King Minos, king of Minoa. Okay, this was his palace. His wife's name was Pasiphae, which means all lights of all moons. Okay, he was so obsessed with the moon and with Selene, who was the goddess of the moon in the Greek tradition. The ancient Greeks named selenite because they believed that the moon goddess was trapped inside of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he built his entire palace out of gypsum. It's water soluble, you guys. I'm sorry, not a good call. Okay, you don't build a palace. My husband would do that. He'd be like, "Look how beautiful it is," except it's dissolving. Yeah, and we can't live here. Okay, not even 20 years ago, you guys. True story. Not even 20 years ago, they tried to start restoring the palace. Okay, because the gypsum walls were really disintegrating, and so this special person, we're going to call him a special person. That's not as nice as they were in the descriptions of it. This very special man used plaster.
Really?
You can read about this online. I mean, honestly, it'll make you start to cry a little bit. So he tried to plaster the walls. And so for the last about 15 years, they're trying to fix what he did.
Oh.
They're having to go in and scrape off the plaster, but not go so deep that they scrape off the... That's a good story, though, right? I liked to think about maybe how he might have been fired. I know that's not nice at all. But it'd be like, you know what, George? We need to sit down.
Oh, that's even better. His name is George.
I'm just making that up because it was either George or Nick or I mean, we only have like 3 choices, right? So. Nick, Nikki, Nick, George, Nick.
Yep. Nico.
Petros, George,
Nico.
My son's name is Nico, so I can't point my fingers. Okay. Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Receptive position. So whichever stones you're working with, have them with you. Okay. Did you think about what it is you want to shift? Like it's a fun question, right? If you could be something else, if you could have something else, you don't need to tell me what it is. You can, you don't have to. Focus on what that is. And now I want you to go beyond that. I want you to identify the energy stream behind what it is that you seek. And what that means is everything you desire, health, happiness, prosperity, passion, whatever it is, has an energy stream that is attached to it. In order to receive that thing, you can't just say, I want health. You have to get into the energy stream of health. Does that make sense? And then you have to receive it. That's why the manifestation process is much more complicated than people. It's not just a cute vision board with a picture of Paris on it. Sorry if you have a weird vision board with a picture of Paris on it. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but it is a little more complicated than that. Okay. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to, as clearly as you can, pull up an image of what it is you choose to shift into. It can be a person. Like, let's say there's a person who has that, you know, the way you want to feel, that you sense that they feel the way you want to feel, or you sense that they have the health you want to have, you know, with them. We don't harvest from people, but you can connect to their energy stream and sense how you need to calibrate to become more aligned with that energy stream. It's almost like modeling yourself after someone or having an energetic role model. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So it's actually very helpful if you have someone in mind. Bless you. I'm always touched when people say they use me, and I use other people sometimes too. You can line up next to my energy stream. I can line up next to yours. And again, there's no intention to harvest. I don't want to take anything from you. I want to understand how you experience reality. And I want to experience a similar reality. So think of it as pulling a car up next to another car. Does that help? I'm a very visual person. Mm-hmm. So imagine that what you desire to experience right now is like a car parked in a lot, and you're going to pull your car up and sit right next to it. Can you do that with me? Okay. Man, what would it feel like to pull your car up next to that car where there's no pain or discomfort in your body at all? Where you sleep a beautiful 8 hours a night and you wake up refreshed? Where you have really generous, gentle relationships with people in your life and you receive as much as you give? Where you have a partner who thinks you are absolutely divine in every way and simply just wants to experience more of you? The most beautiful partnership I ever saw was with a couple in their late 50s. And do you know what he said about her? He was giving a lecture and his beloved was in the audience. They'd been together for a long time. And he looked at her in the audience and he said, when I look at that woman, all I think to myself is, I can't possibly live long enough to love her the way I want to love her. Wow. What? I thought that was kind of hot. I was like, wow, look at you go. Pull your car up next to that. Not enough time to love. It's just so much, right? How different is that from I'm never going to find love, or I don't have love? Or how different is it to say I'm going to have so much love, there won't be enough time for me to squeeze the juice out of it, right? Different way of seeing the world. It's an abundant way of seeing the world, isn't it? Okay, so tonight we are connecting with the beautiful Minoan goddesses of transformation. Rhea, in the Greek tradition, in the Minoan tradition, was the goddess of the butterflies. She's actually represented on that fresco. And so we added the butterflies to honor Rhea. And Rhea could shift. She could shift physically as you were watching her from one form to another. I have seen human beings shift right in front of me before, so I have had this experience. I had the experience of seeing a man stand in front of me and he turned into a woman and then he disappeared. So I've had this experience before. You have to vibrate at a frequency high enough that you can see non-local beings. Does that make sense? But once you get to that place, you start seeing things that you can't explain. And so tonight, Rhea, we call upon you to help us spread our wings and transform to become something other than we are, better than we are, healthier than we are. Not that there's anything wrong, and we express full gratitude for what we have today, but we seek to move into deeper alignment with who we should become, who we're meant to be. And so with full gratitude for everything you have in this moment, and really take a breath there. How grateful are you for all that you have, for the health you have today, for the love that you have today, for being in this room, being in the room where you are, being able to gather together like this tonight. It's so beautiful. This point in time experience is priceless. You have this beautiful life that's been given to you. It's at a difficult time, and you've been through a lot, but it is a gift. And so as we give thanks, Rhea, we stand before you and we ask tonight that you help us spread our own wings to become. And so right now, in the presence of these goddesses, in the energy stream of this civilization, and in the company of this circle where magic is possible, we have raised a powerful energy stream tonight to support each other. How will you use this energy? What will you claim tonight? What is your transformation? want you to say it in your mind right now. And I want you to use strong language. I claim. I am. I have. Not I want. That's passive. I claim. I own. I have. I claim. I own. I am. I have. I enjoy. Right? Can you imagine? Remember that I am are the two most important words in the English language because whatever follows it is what you declare yourself to be. And how casually do we use it in the English language, right? Saying things after I am that you should never say. You either bless yourself or curse yourself in every moment. I claim the true me. I claim health. I am love. I have abundance. I claim my house. I am love. I have peace. I claim freedom. I am fit. I am loved. I am the highest version of myself. I am a peaceful expression of divine love. I am balanced. Anybody in the room brave enough?
I am love. Unconditional.
You sure are.
I am worth it.
Yes, you are.
I am becoming.
Yes, you are.
I am enough.
Yes, you are.
I am peace.
I am peace. Yes, you are. You are enough. Oh, say that again for me louder.
Divine light in this body.
You sure are.
I am passion.
I love that. Yes,
I
you
am
are.
strength.
I am strength. I am
Worthy.
worthy.
I am the highest version of myself.
Yes, you are.
I now claim my divine life purpose.
Oh. I am. I claim. I have.
I am a masterpiece.
Girl. I just sat up a little straighter. She's a masterpiece. If you could see yourself as I see you, you'd see a beauty that defies description. But you know, that's the secret, right? If we all allow ourselves to be our fullest expression, then we can also be free to become that fullest expression too. What was the one from over here?
I'm unique.
I'm unique. Is that it? It's beautiful. I love that. Yes, you are. A fingerprint. Here's more from the feed. I am rising. I am not afraid. I like that one. Change it to an affirmative statement. Take the not out. So I am fearless. Yeah? Love it. Here it is. And Christina was right after her, the feed saying, I'm fearless. I love that. You guys are like energetic peas in a pod. Anybody else want to speak it into the room?
I am
Yes.
complete.
I am warrior. I'm complete. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I am the sacred guardian.
Oof. Yes, you are.
I am abundant.
Yes, you are.
I have balance.
Yes, you do.
I am the lucky winner, but nice.
Yes, you are. And yes, you are.
I'm the expression of divine feminine energy.
Yes, and yes. Yes, you do. And yes, you are. And yes, you do.
I'm always guided.
Always guided and protected. Yes, you are.
I am ascending.
Yes, you are.
I claim radical acceptance.
I claim radical acceptance and
Inspiration. I am inspiration.
yes, you are. And yes, you do.
I am my own light.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I see you. Here's the feed. I am healed. I am healthy. I am whole. By the way, every morning when you wake up, this is more conversations with God, right? If you've read that book. If you haven't read that book, your homework tonight is to get thyself to Amazon.com. Conversations with God is a really important book. You can watch things on YouTube too, but this is a conversation with God. And so if you don't wake up every day saying, I am, I have, I claim, you're not starting your day in a powerful way. This is beautiful. And then I want you to always hear me saying, yes, you are. Yes, you do. The affirmation has to be there. It can't be, I am beautiful. And then you go out in the world and people are like, you're not beautiful. And you're like, I'm not beautiful. It has to be, I am beautiful. Yes, you are. And then you go out in the world and say, yes, I am. It really, you almost have to have the counterpoint of the affirmation, not because you're not strong enough by yourself. You can affirm yourself. You don't need me to do it. But I want you to constantly hear the refrain, right? I am the sacred guardian. Yes, you are.
Who gives the affirmation? We do it ourselves.
You do it yourself. Well, because I'm you. Right now I'm doing it for you as you. You'll have this too. You know what I mean? But honestly, Post-its on your mirror. Yes, you are. Yes, you do. Yes, you will. The time is now. It is done, right? It is done is a very powerful bookending affirmation. And you're supposed to say it 3 times. So let's do that together. Are you ready? It is done. It is done. It is done. It is done. And it's really funny. I had an experience. Spirit taught me something last week. It wasn't a lesson I really wanted to learn. But it was a sometimes they are. This one wasn't. Kind of a yucky lesson. Didn't teach me in the way I wanted it to teach me either. I try to control the process a lot. Have you noticed? Like, this isn't how I wanted to learn it. And this isn't who I wanted to learn it. Can we do this again? And so what I've learned is if I just say I received the lesson, I'm open to learning, I received the lesson, thank you, thank you, thank you, the challenge dissipates, right? Gone. Almost like it never, like the challenge arrives. If the challenge is staying with you for a long time, it's because you're not receiving, you're resisting, right? I don't want to see that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to change that. So instantly I was like, I see it. I've got it. This is a beautiful lesson. Tough to learn. Got it though. Thank you so much. If there's anything else I need to download, otherwise, please release the situation with grace. Situation released with grace. And then they give you practice.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. They didn't even wait 24 flipping hours. No. Okay. Practice. And you know what I did? I didn't. I didn't want to.
Yeah.
And do you know what they said?
Oh, shit.
I mean, we're laughing. This is kind of not funny in a way, right? I mean, it was literally like, we didn't even wait 24 hours.
Yeah.
You've already said that was hard. Let me try it some other way.
Yeah.
There's no other way. I mean, it was literally this clear of a conversation. Like, really, you're already willing to not engage that wisdom. Really? And so I'm sharing that with you because the universe is going to allow you to practice now. Okay? And it might not even wait 24 flipping hours. And so when you say, I am prosperous and abundant, and then it shows you some way that you're not, what do you say?
I
am prosperous and abundant.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. And you don't back down and go, you know what? That's right. You know what? I don't know. Never mind. Nope. That's not what we're doing. Okay. I want you to imagine these goddesses, the transformation goddesses in ancient Minoa, always appeared in 3s. Everything in ancient Greece was 3. 3 was a very sacred number. 3, 9, and 12 are the numbers from which our entire universe is created. If you want to know more about that, we can talk about that another time. But they literally are 3, 9, and 12. Our system of time, our system of language, our system of communication, the orbits of the planets, the distance between Earth and the other planets. Everything breaks down to 3, 9, and 12. Including all of the platonic solids, sacred geometric shapes, flower of life, and so on. So these goddesses appeared in 3s. I want you to imagine stretching your arms out and feeling these goddesses on either side of you right now. And really welcoming that energy stream. Bless you, by the way. Like, this is a support system that you have in these energy streams. People always ask me, do you really believe there's a Rhea goddess somewhere? And do you worship her? My answer is, do I really believe that energy stream exists? Yes, I do. And I believe you can tap in it at any time. I don't think it's a matter of worshiping anything. I think it's a matter of understanding that they're here as teachers. These are teachers to you. And so let's receive tonight. So goddesses, as you surround us, as you stand next to us, as you support us, as you teach us that it's actually really strong of us and hard and difficult of us to be divine feminine creatures, whether you're man or woman. The biggest strength that we can show is actually our tenderness and our softness. It's really easy to be angry. It's really easy to be unkind. It is so much harder to be soft and tender and loving and nurturing. It is so much more difficult to do that. And so tonight we ask that you soften us, that you support us, that you remind us. If there's one thing you take away from tonight, Minoa was the most powerful matriarchy that ever existed on our planet. And the lesson of Minoa is that feminine part of yourself my brothers and my sisters is your greatest asset. It is your biggest tool. Truly, as my brothers begin to learn how to engage that soft feminine, you become so much more able to protect us, your sisters. You're so much more able. And as we, as the divine feminine, learn that we are so much more able to love our men when we engage some of that warrior energy so that they don't have to hold that by themselves. Men in the room, isn't that nice when a woman can hold just the little bit of the edge of that warrior for you? Like, she's got her shield too, right? And so can we, like men, can you meet us here in that soft place of transformation toward that opening into the deepest parts of you that are really where your intimacy begins? And then women, can we meet our men and hold that edge of the warrior energy stream so that they're not going into battle alone? They never do. But can you actively show up in that way? And so tonight we thank the goddesses of ancient Minoa for showing up to us, for mirroring that balance, reminding us that we are both. We are the warrior and we are the queen. We are the priestess, but we are also the priest. We are the light, but we are also the shadow. And we are everything in between. Whew. That's a moment of transformation. And I'll tell you, the sweetest transformation doesn't happen in a new relationship. Does it? No. The sweetest transformation happens in a long-standing relationship where one day, and I'm writing a book about this right now. It's my last book that I only work on when I have free time, but it's my relationship book. And what the basic premise is, at some point in a relationship, if it's going to last, each partner has to look at each other almost breathlessly and see something in them that they never saw before. But in order to do that, you have to give your partner the freedom to become. In other words, if your partner loves golf and your partner just comes alive when your partner golfs, but you never let him, how's that going to happen? If your partner loves to paint, she hasn't painted in 10 years, but she could just come alive for you. But you don't support her in having supplies or taking the time or taking a class. How is it going to happen? And so it's about creating space for your transformation, but also for everyone else in your life too, to shift. And then when they shift, you can't freak out. Let them shift. Let them become. They're going to anyway. If you're a parent, you're living this already. We have no control. My son morphs every day. He's starting puberty, right? I don't know who's going to be tomorrow. I hope it's somebody halfway decent, but we'll see tomorrow. My job is to stand guard, to hold the space for his transformation. And if I can do that well, he will learn that it's safe to let a woman witness you. If I can do that well for him, trying really hard. Okay, whew. All of that. And so whichever stone you're going to carry as a talisman from tonight's set, or whatever you're working with in your own way, since we're in season of spring, direction of east, we're going to use our breath tonight again to send these energies of transformation. I always like to turn mine over and do both sides. I'm thorough that way. You can simply cup your hands over your stones and set the intention. You can take your stones and place them under running water and hold the intention. You can run your stones through sage smoke and hold the intention. You can anoint your stones with essential oils and hold the intention. There's 1,000 ways to transfer the wisdom, but may these stones be good reminders to you. Touch stones when you lose your way. Something this year will challenge this transformation that you just intended tonight. Something will challenge you. I want you to be proud of yourself in December. I want you to look back in December and say, when those challenges came, I maybe said I didn't like that and I wish I could have learned differently, and why did you do it with this person, and can we just do this over again? But I still went through the process with grace. Isn't that beautiful? I want you to be proud of you in December. I don't want you to have regrets this year. Okay. So, great goddesses of the change. By the way, there's poppy seeds on your candle. Don't eat them. But the Minoan priestesses used poppies and snake venom to hallucinate. They're having a lot of fun. We didn't do that tonight. That's okay. Okay. So coming back with your receptive position, hands on your knees, palms facing up, releasing the energy of tonight's circle. So grateful to have you with me, by the way. Hope you've enjoyed the experience so far. And just allowing that beautiful circle of light that connects us to unwind itself. Guardians of the Northern Gateway, we thank you for attending us this evening, anchoring us in truth and wisdom, support from the ancestors. I thank all of my ancestors for choosing me to walk this road in this line, to carry the weight of this incredible civilization. I hope I have done you justice tonight. We release you from your service to the circle. Guardians of the West, thank you for the emotional maturity that's coming to all of us. Do you feel it? There's such a sense, right in the room even, like, 'cause I can feel it online too. It's like, you're really ready now. You're really ready now. You know what the consequences are, and you know what the risks are. And so your time is at hand. We thank you for your support tonight. We release you from your service to the circle. Guardians of the South, it takes courage. It takes a fierce sense of purpose to walk this road with authenticity and bravery. We thank you for your support. We release you from the circle. Guardians of the East, may this new life, this new energy stream that we are choosing, may it serve us well. May it heal us, mind, body, and spirit. And may we become a walking example to others through our transformation of what is possible. We release you from your service to the circle this evening. Woo. That's right. Shake it off. And if you like, you can send that energy down to Gaia, let her hold it, transform, transmute it, send it to those who need it most. Most of all, relieve us from it so that we don't carry the energy out from the circle. And yes, rubbing your hands together is a very effective way of releasing any residual energy. Okay. Woo. Now, we gather next month for, I hope you're really excited. We are traveling to Mesoamerica. It's Maya time. Next month is going to be very interesting. This month we're working with ancient Minoa. Next month we're working with the Mayan civilization. I had a shamanic journey, I want to say it was about 5 years ago. Some of you have heard this story before, where the Mayan calendar literally almost collapsed on my face. It was one of the most intense experiences of my life. In the magical sabbatical, we are doing cacao ceremony with the cacao goddess, Ix Cacao, who is the Mayan cacao goddess. We've made our own cacao blend for you, and we're really excited about it. And then for our full moon ritual, we are working with the Mayan calendar to invoke a new cycle. And so this is going to be a very powerful discussion. One of the things I'm going to teach you is about the 3 cycles of life in the Mayan tradition. Did you know that the last cycle begins at age 52? And did you know that in Mayan traditions, I'm not there yet, but now I'm thinking I really got to party. Close. 52 is actually the biggest birthday celebration in Mayan culture. And actually it lines up because the second Saturn cycle happens at 58. And so it is thought to be the wisdom cycle. Those of you who are 52 or older, yeah, we're gonna make you feel excited to be your age next time we gather. We're actually going to prepare you for each of the coming cycles. So we're going to find out what cycle you're in. We're going to do ritual for that, and then we're going to prepare you for the one ahead. So there's going to be a really exciting ritual for us next month. I'm super excited about it, and those tools are available for you online. I want to thank you for being here tonight. I want to wish you happy Passover. I want to wish you a blessed Easter this weekend. Both of those traditions, like I said, are very important to me personally, and I hope that you are finding ways to celebrate them. And I hope that you take time this weekend to really focus on your own renewal, your own redemption. The one thing I want to tell you is this: whether you're Christian, Jewish, pagan, all the things, I'm kind of like a patchwork quilt.
Love it.
It is what it is. The number one thing I think you really have to decide at some point is that you're going to forgive yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? We've all done things that need to be forgiven. If you're alive, you have. And so on this weekend, this holy weekend, which is all about redemption, forgiveness, and transmutation, rising above, right? Can you forgive yourself this weekend for all past transgressions? In fact, if you want to do it right now, just close your eyes and say it quietly. I forgive myself for all transgressions, past and present. You can even forgive yourself now for transgressions future. I promise you, as soon as you forgive yourself, your health is going to improve. That back pain you've been having is going to go away. Your lack of compassion for yourself shows up in your body. So, aho, may you forgive yourself and all those around you this weekend as you shift into all that you are meant to be. So much love from my heart to yours. I'll see you soon. Enjoy your holiday weekend, everyone.
Thank you, Athena.
You're so welcome. Yay!